Hello, welcome to another weekly video where I discuss home management. My name is Orolu Ashonola and I'm a household management expert. Weekly, I share tips on how to achieve excellent home management as a working parent. We've all agreed that a home that runs excellently well actually prepares and propels you for a life of success at work or in your business. And so we are going to be going further discussing structure at home in this week's video. So this week we are going to be discussing the four components of a working structure at home. I know that when you hear the word structure, it sounds so ambiguous. Does it mean the size of the building you are living in? Does it mean the kind of gadgets you have at home? But structure in itself means the systems that make the day-to-day running of your home seamless, that makes it excellent, right? And that is why my work borders around simplifying and strengthening those systems so that your home can run excellently well without your micromanagement and also thrive without overwhelming you. But of course, you've been running your home for a while. You have a system that is already working for you. So your question today might be, how do I know that this is a structure that is right for me, right? Even though there are some signs that make you know whether your structure is working or not. I want to quickly share four components of a working structure so that you can then assess the structure that your home currently runs on and then see if it is a structure you should actually be running on or it's time to adopt a new structure. The first component of a working structure is that it is backed up by data, right? By data, I mean that what is the information that backed up the decision you took in your home. For example, if you have a meal plan, right? What information were you working with that made you create a meal plan like that? You don't want a meal plan that nobody wants to follow at home. When it's time to eat rice, everybody wants to eat pasta, right? So what information did you have? Did you consider meal preferences of every member of your household, right? Did you consider seasonal fruit? You don't want to be putting a fruit like mango when it's not even in season. You would struggle with following the meal plan. And once there's a default in any structure you have created, it discourages you from following through, right? So the first component is data. The second component is processes, right? Your structure must have processes because it is only processes that guarantee outcome, right? It is only processes that guarantee outcome. If you don't have an excellent process, a specific outcome is not guaranteed. When there's a process in place, people can follow step by step and then achieve the outcome that you desire. The third thing about your structure, the third component, is that your structure must have documentation, right? So after you have your data, you have your processes, then also document, because documentation is what solidifies your structure. It can be referred to, it can be improved on, it can be corrected, it can be used to assess performance, right? So your structure must be documented. That is why we document routines, we document chores schedules, we document meal plans, we document the process of cleaning. If you have, for example, if you have wooden floors, right, and you're employing a domestic staff, you document the process for cleaning so that they are not using too much water to clean your furniture or your floors, and then it destroys what you have spent a lot of money on. So always document processes. We document recipes. If you want to achieve a particular outcome in a meal, don't just have the recipe in your head, don't just have the process sitting in your head. You also document the process that you have created. And the fourth component is continuity, right? Your structure is not complete except you can clearly delegate it to somebody else, and that is what helps you to eliminate micromanagement. Because if you have to oversee every system and process in your home by yourself, then you don't have a built-in structure. What happens when you're not available? Would your home still be able to run seamlessly, right? So continuity is also established by simplicity. It means that you must document in simple language, easy to understand. It should be clear to the person who is reading it. Remember, write the vision, make it plain. So what are the four components of structure I have discussed with you today? Number one is data. Make sure your structure is backed up by data. And so I want you to go back home and see the decisions you have made in your home. Is it actually backed up by data? Is that the reason why nobody wants to adopt the structure with you? Is that the reason why you are facing resistance from every member of your household? The second thing is that there must be processes, right? Because if you want to achieve a consistent outcome, there should be process to be followed, right? And the third thing is documentation. When you have those processes, don't just keep it in your head, document them so that you can improve on them, so that you can teach them, so that you can um, assess performance by them. You can assess previous performance by what you have documented. And the fourth thing is your structure must have continuity. Can it exist outside of you? Is it documented in simple language so that when you're not available, another person can take it up and still achieve the same results that you would have achieved if you were the one doing it yourself. I would see you next week with another home management tip. I mean your household management expert, Orolu Ashonola. Bye.